Okay, good. We're doing it for people after.
Yes.
So we decided to do this live. It's a special live about a special subject, which is my rebirth. I don't know, not rebirth, but a project that I'm doing that is part of my activism and my self-development. Do people here see us well? Is everything good? Do we see the comments here? Just to
We will see comments.
like if someone can say something to know that we're
I can say something.
okay. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, works.
Okay, so I will introduce the project. Let me know if everything is good and fine and you hear me. Yeah, so I got up like
Sounds good.
with some kind of announcement a few days ago about a project that I'm doing that is basically something that I want to do really long time. I think Alon knows, like since I came back from the US when I was traveling and doing my shows. Something wrong with the connection.
The sound goes off for a second and comes back. I hear you fine. Okay, we will continue and hopefully it will be fine. Oh, let me try something. You can explain while I do this.
Okay. So ever since I came back from the US, I wanted to go to do. I feel it's like to give more. So you don't hear.
Let's see.
Let's see. Okay, I'll keep going a bit, and if it's still bad and doesn't work, let me know. So I feel like when I came back, I really wanted to do something, and I kind of what was keeping me back was fear. And the thing I wanted to do is to kind of complete surrender to this call that I have from within, to go on some kind of spontaneous anarchist tour that with my music that it's all about against Zionism and against the genocide, and it's a liberation music in many shapes or forms. It's not just about the text, it's all the messages that I want to convey in life is there about freedom. They say like there is a clicking. It's hard to concentrate like this. Alon is trying to check with his phone. So anyway, I felt like I really need to do this thing full time, and I didn't have courage to do it. And part of what I felt is that in a way our system and all the way we live and work and do things is built in a way that we cannot resist so much. Like we have to chase our jobs, our careers, whatever. We are like, let's say we're have some sort of freedom, but we're not really free. Like we cannot resist the oppression that goes on. And here in Palestine, it's especially strong. Like you feel like that's why we feel we live in the zone of interest here. Like on one hand, you have a concentration camp that's being bombed day and night and starved, and not so far away, people just living their life. And the way, like, I know many people around me feel about it is like, well, what can I do? And I don't know what to do about it. And they kind of deny that this is happening right now. And And I feel that a big part of it is because we are trained to collaborate with society, with market forces, with everything that
I think it sounds good. I think it's working well. If there are any problems, please keep us updated on the chat, but I think it's going fine.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I felt like this normal life that we live is kind of what enables the genocide, and not just this genocide, many genocides. And I feel that I'm kind of stuck in a loop because I cannot really resist fully like I want, but in the other hand, I have to cope and survive. And it's, you feel it especially difficult here because if you want to just have a normal life, you cannot care about the genocide too much. You cannot speak against it too much. And you kind of, society can contain you if you live in that bubble of ignoring and being ignorant yourself. And, you know, there's like ignorance is also like ignorance. Like it's like part of what's going on. And I feel that what I can do against this wave of normalization and business unusual and all that stuff is to do something that is, if society goes that way, make you like just function as a, find a job, be whatever, have a business. Or I want to go extreme opposite. Like I want to do something that is has rebellion in it, has life, that gives me life, that has freedom, and is also fighting the enslavement and the subjugation and the killing of others. And I thought that if I find a way to go with the artistic journey all the way through and make art of resistance, maybe it will be act of both self-liberation but also of liberating others. And I feel I know what I need to do for a long time, and I've been speaking about with you long time.
I can attest that Elik has been speaking about this project on and off for many months now.
Yeah. And then opportunity came with a name of a friend of mine that came, Sivan, that says that he also looked for a way to be more active. And his field is filmmaking and creating documentaries. And he said, if you want to collaborate, that you go full on with your wish to confront society with art, with music, and do it more, and we will document and create a material out of it. I want to support you. I will make a movie from this, and then we push each other. Because when I go on my artistic journey with music, I give him material for the movie, but the movie also pushed me to create situation where there's material for the movie, and
it also puts you out there. When the movie is there, then there is a historical document with your activism, with your music, and it gives you motivation and the reason to do it, I think.
Yeah, but it's not only about me. This movie is going to be like, it's going to be about what's going on here in this society through the lens of someone who tried to confront it with music, with art. And that's the general idea of the project. And here is the difficult part, that we, in order to do this, we need budget. And we opened the Kickstarter fundraising, and this is the part that I have a lot of difficulties.
And we will go into those difficulties, but first I want to just put the link to the Kickstarter project in the chat. And we were really surprised. We just went into the site of the Kickstarter project, and already over $2,000 were raised to this project, over $2,100. And I am extremely surprised.
And you see now, I see it and I feel what kind of nerves do I have to collect this money for an art project when people are being killed and starved, and why am I doing this? Like this, I am not the one who should be raising money for myself now. And for a long time, I didn't start the project because I feel like, how can I do it? But the reality is that if I don't do this, like I wouldn't be able to do this project. It's just that's the way it goes. I try to think about it but still I have this difficulty. And I sometimes I feel I thought that just because of this difficulty, I wouldn't be able to push this project. Like I didn't start it for many months now because of this fear of how, and all these thoughts that why do I need to make something? Maybe I'm narcissistic and I'm making it about myself again because, I have this issue and like all these things. And now I decided just to start to get it going because every time, I don't know, it just...
So let's start, Elik. I am taking on the role of the interviewer to focus this conversation.
Let's focus.
So let's start by you telling our audience, both viewing the live stream now and maybe after the live stream is over, just explain what this project is, why you wanted to do it, okay, and what is it about?
So this project is about musical activist journey. I don't know how to say.
Yes, journey of activism.
Journey of activism. That I want to do for a long time, which is to be a full-time job, a troubadour, musician, trickster who goes and confront this society that is caught up in a disease called Zionism, or I don't know, this genocidal mania, and I want to confront it with my music, with my art. And so the project is this journey, this musical journey, but we're going to document it in a film. So it's a film that documents this musical political journey. And I wanted to do this journey without also like the film, but it somehow a friend came by and said, let's document it with a film. And then these two aspects, the documentary and the musical confrontational, will join forces and create something that is both of artistic and historical value, and also for as part of the struggle, because each one of us has a role in this struggle of I don't know, collective liberation we can call it, or for bringing freedom and equality to everyone between the river and the sea and in the world at large. And I think art has a role, and I have this unique ability.
Elik, continue, and I will read comments. Trust me to read the comments and to ask you anything that is of importance, okay?
Yeah. So each one of us has a role to play, and I feel that most of my power lies within my art. I have something there that I don't have in other, fields. It's something that it's like, if I don't use it, it's kind of I waste something that I know that only I have, not that only I have the art, but the specific art that I do is something unique that I developed over
only you have your artistic talent.
Yeah.
Only you have your voice.
Yeah.
Each one of us has their own voices.
Yeah. And in a way, I think all of us should be artists, but there's different forms, and I do it with music and performance. It's not just the music. And yeah.
And if I can add to what you're saying, how I see this project. So I want to remind our viewers, or maybe those of you who don't know, that we did a couple of things that were in the direction of this project, okay? And some of them appear in the trailer for the film. So one of them is a musical performance that Elik gave in Cafe Shapira, which is like a coffee place in South Tel Aviv, on the border with Jaffa, okay, with occupied Jaffa. And Elik performed with his anti-Zionist music and anti-genocide music, and also just music. I think it was a very unique occurrence in the history of Palestine. And the reason that I say this is because in a Zionist coffee place, a coffee place run by a Zionist person in the center of Tel Aviv, near occupied Jaffa, there was a performance where Elik said things like "Free Palestine" and sang his song "Palestine, oh Palestine, by calling for your freedom, I will set me free." And people joined him. People who maybe for them it was the first time that they said "Free Palestine" in a public forum. Okay, this is something that happened. And another thing that happened was that Elik and I went to the street, to Rothschild Boulevard in the center of Tel Aviv, and Elik made an attempt to, break free from the boundaries that Elik talked about, the boundaries of embarrassment and social policing and, fear and all these restrictions. He tried to break free and to perform his music in the center of Tel Aviv. And it was an mixed
attempt.
bag. Yeah, it was an attempt. There were successes there, but there was also like surrender to this fear, and it was mixed. And can I tell about the phone call that we had yesterday, about what you told me in the phone call?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Elik told me, we were talking about this project, and Elik told me that, I don't remember the exact words that you used, maybe you remember, but it was something about how you are afraid of it failing, and you don't know if...
Because I had the experience that I go out there to the street, I want to confront people, and I surrender to the fear, to the... And I have this thought, what if I will raise money for the project and then I will not have the guts to do...
Yeah.
Because in a way, I always have issue with fear. I always kind of a pleaser also.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, like all of us who have complicated personality, because obviously if I was just pleaser, I wouldn't do this.
Yes.
But I have a pleaser side that is very pretty much activated when I meet people out in the street.
Yes.
Like when I have a stage, like the stage gives me something that's somehow I like bye pleaser.
Yes.
But on the street I can't, and I felt I couldn't, overcome this. And I fear what happens if I just don't overcome my fear. That's what I told you.
Yes. And for me, this is, that's what I told Elik, that this is just the starting point of the film. The film, as I envision it, is like a perfect encapsulation of how the political is personal and the personal is political. And I think through your personal journey, overcoming the fear and the social policing around telling your truth, your revolutionary truth of resistance to oppression, of resistance to violence, of resistance to to hierarchy and to control. Through your personal journey, we can see the general journey of everyone who is trying to overcome this. And in my opinion, the only way that we can bring true revolution to the world, and we can bring true freedom and liberation and justice for all, is by each one of us overcoming their own limitations in going against the system, the oppressive system. And through the example of Elik, we can see this happening or not happening and see all the difficulties. And I said to Elik, I am now like nervous. Will it work? Will it won't work? And I think that this emotional experience is exactly the starting point of this of the film.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that in your journey you will have successes, you will have failures, you will try something and fail, and you will try something else and succeed, and you will change direction, and you will encounter all kinds of different experiences, and this process will be an example for a process of liberation and of resistance.
I hope it's like,
and I also think, which is again something that's like specific to this case but also general, that this kind of activity will expose a lot about how society works, about how the system functions, about how fascism works, about how oppression works, and about how a society looks when it is in the process of committing a genocide. And I look back at what happened in Germany in the 1930s and 40s, and not there is like this question of how did the Germans support the Jewish Holocaust, which both Elik and myself are the descendants of Holocaust survivors. Okay, this question is asked a lot in Israeli society, in Jewish society, and I think that not enough is known about the
German
specific
side.
and like the specific and particular ways in which society made this happen, in which society functioned, that caused this thing to happen. And I think that this is can be a historical document to see how fascism works firsthand.
Yeah. And it's also something I worry about, fascism, like I'm saying, I'm just declaring about this journey as if like, I'm going for a picnic. It's like, I don't know, if I do things that pushes the limits too far, so it can also be consequences that the wave in here now in like the Israeli state is, I feel, like the liberals, like, like my dad says, wait, we're gonna have an election and then we'll vote someone more to the center and you will have, and it's not gonna be that scary. And I don't think we got to the, I think in this self-destruction, and this is also what I want to document in the film, the decline,
the collapse of Zionist society.
Because I think most of the people with some historical sense feeling that there is some kind of collapse. I feel like we have both feelings, many people, that on one hand the project is collapsing, on the one hand it's like, fuck, they're just continuing and nothing stops it. But I don't think they will continue forever. But fascism is something that gets more and more tight when societies are on this, verge of collapsing. So it might be dangerous, it might be scary.
You might get beat up.
Yeah, I might get beat
up. You might get marked by the regime. Like the regime might put you on their on some list and persecute you in some ways.
Maybe we are.
Already. Yes, maybe we're already. Hi, Shabak. Hi, Shin Bet.
Hi, Mossad.
Hi, Mossad. How are you? Yeah.
You should donate to our film.
Yeah, donate to the Kickstarter. Also, if you're in the Shin Bet, you need to bring reparations.
Yeah,
so this is a form of reparations.
Yeah.
So if I may also say, like, how do I envision the way that the system can be brought down? I think that the way the system can be brought down is if a strong enough force is built where people want to bring the system down and learn how to bring the system down, which is like a process that is combined, because the moment that you know more about how to bring the system down, you can see that this is maybe possible, and then you can support it. A lot of the resistance for revolution is the desperation and the hopelessness that such a revolution is even possible. So I think this film can be maybe even an instruction guide to the young revolutionary, okay, on how to use your voice to promote a revolution, and this can be a small part of the movement.
Yeah, I don't feel that I'm gonna bring revolution with this movie. I'm feeling like I'm doing what I can do
Yes.
as an artist, and maybe it's a tiny, like every action that we do, because it's a collective work, we don't feel the result so much. We know I did this, you did this, and everyone is, and we keep at some point. I hope it will add up to something. But
Yes.
yeah, but I think for people, for artists, for just people who care about this auction, they will see, okay, here is somebody who tried to do something,
yes,
in his own way.
So let's make things more concrete. Maybe you can say.
Just need to go to the bathroom for a moment.
Okay, so maybe I will engage with some comments.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's read some comments. Just joined. Love the things I'm hearing. Thank you, someone else. And the screen name is someone else. Would love to know if Elik is full on vegan or at least vegetarian now. So we will ask him, but as far as I know, Elik is completely or at least almost completely vegan at this point, which way to go to him. And why are you guys sitting at home? Go to the border to Gaza so your army has to deal with you instead of just them focusing on the flotilla. I don't know. That's an interesting idea, but I don't know if us being on the border with Gaza will keep with like two people going to the border with Gaza can keep the army occupied enough to have any meaningful impact. I don't know. Maybe if enough people do it, then this might work. But even things like the protest organized by Standing Together, which we did a live stream from one of those like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. The police handled it pretty easily. And it didn't cause a lot of disturbance. So I don't know if this is a feasible idea or not. And Elik, so someone else is asking, is Elik full on vegan or at least vegetarian now? What is your official answer?
My official answer is I'm vegan.
Okay.
I have actually sometimes I still have drops here and there, but it's from failure, not from my intent. I hope it will be so yeah, I hope I will not have those soon anymore. But
okay. Shaked is saying failures are also interesting in this context, and I agree that both the successes and the failures can be interesting. It reminds me of the film No Other Land, where the journey of Basel and Yuval together, it has low points, it has higher points, many low points, and all of them are interesting. All of them are shed some light on what is happening here in occupied Palestine. So, what I wanted to ask you, Elik, is can you make things more concrete and tell what kind of ideas you have for how to create like engagement and provocation within Zionist society? How is this going to look? Not promises, but like ideas for how this is going to look in practice.
Okay, so one of it is like I want to do street performances. This is something that we started to do, and I want to think how I can, and to do this, I want to do it a lot until I get interesting reaction, and do it in many different places around the country.
Yes.
But not just in a way that makes it completely obvious what I'm doing, like to find a way to engage with people in a way that will surprise them, like maybe to attract them with the music and entertainment, and then do things about the genocide. I want to do some things I shouldn't talk, but I have this song, Im אתה ירית בו.
Yes, if you shot him, it's you who shot him.
So I want to go to people who have direct responsibility and sing it in front of their house, in front of. It's things I want to do. I need to have courage to do it. But,
yes. Everything that will happen in this journey, I think, will require more and more and more courage from you, and stepping over the boundaries and the limitations that we have, that have been put on us by the system that has been, limiting us from the day we are born.
And also, I want to just, I'm still in touch. Not everything is just conversational streetwise. Like, let's say I'm doing a concert in a house and I invite people from all of my friends, and then I do my radical music, and then we have a conversation and we document the conversation, and they say their reaction. And I want to talk to other activists. I want to go to the West Bank. Maybe I could arrange a concert in a West Bank. I want to. This is another boundary that I want to break. And if I will get into, I have
like a physical boundary, a literal boundary. There's checkpoints there.
Yeah, but I think if we do it smartly, and I have Palestinian friend from Jericho and Ramallah, maybe something underground could work. I don't know if there is something like this that we can do, because I feel like my biggest thing is to break boundaries and to do it more and more, and to use this tool of music and to document it. That's and I also want to join demonstrations and try to see if I can get people with me with the music, because I sent it to you a few days ago. I saw a demonstration from Ethiopia.
Yes.
And it's so much more fun than looks like than normal, because they go like freedom for Palestine, and and everybody goes like, oh yo.
So in that protest that was happening near the Gaza border, not on the Gaza wall, but near the Gaza wall, organized by Standing Together, which was a liberal Zionist protest. Okay, we kind of provoked the protest from within. And one of the powerful moments, in my opinion, was when you played your music towards the end of the protest. You started playing your music and you said, this weapon kills fascists. And you were talking about your viola.
Yeah.
And I think that this is very powerful.
And then the police almost broke my viola.
Yes, which is, you see both sides here. But the more I hear Elik's music, and the more I see Elik performing, I see in my mind's eye how Elik can be, and already is to some extent, a leader of a protest through music. Okay, I think you can be, you can direct the protest into more radical directions using your music. And I think when you started playing your music in this protest, it lit up a fire in a lot of people. And I think the more you do it, the more you learn how to do it, the more you can push people into being more radical, which is, I think, a necessary and critical ingredient in the revolution.
And I feel that the power of the music is, I can maybe also tempt them. Like, when you just confront them with message that is difficult for them, they reject it. But if it's like fun, and then I try to, because Boiti, and then and they say something that is more than what they're used to.
Exactly.
And this is, I have a lot of things in my imagination, and like I said, I don't know if it's all going to come about, but I hope it will.
There's also a thing we talked about yesterday that you told me. So Elik went with Sivan, the director and producer of this film that does not exist yet, but hopefully will exist. So you went together to Jaffa to try to create some situations off cam, right?
No, he brought his camera.
Oh, he brought his camera. So this was the start of the filming of this movie. And you told me about a situation where you saw there are like hills on the south side of Jaffa, like grassy hills facing the Mediterranean Sea. the shore of the Mediterranean Sea. And people were sitting on those grassy hills. A lot of people were sitting on those grassy hills watching the sunset. And you told me how you envision this as like a stage. You can stand in front of those hills and just start performing music and ramping up the level of radicality of this music. And I think that this is a nice direction to go in. So all kinds of these situations can be created, and I'm sure that during the creation of this film, you will have more and more and more ideas. You will try this, and it will work. It will work partially, or and then you will think about a variation and all kinds of ideas. And also, I want to
God, what am I putting myself into?
Okay, let's do this.
I don't want to do this. It's cancelled. No movie. No, I'm kidding.
You want to take out your viola and do a musical number about your feelings right now, about the project, about the journey?
Just do.
Yeah, right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Do we need to keep the window open?
I think so, for the internet connection. You want to close the window and see? I will close the window, and Elik will bring the viola. See, already you're trying to get away from
exposure.
From exposure already.
See, maybe the movie should be about you. You're the brave one.
So I was asked if I am going to play any role in the film. Probably, just because Elik and I are so close, and because we do a lot of stuff together. Anything that Elik does, I want to participate in. And here you see that I wanted to help Elik by encouraging him to expose himself on his YouTube channel and talk about the project and tell you all about the project. So probably I will be there in some role, but I don't know exactly what role, and this will be discovered during the production of the film. Now Elik will play a song about his feelings about the journey that he is embarking on.
Okay. Many Zionists to put the truth in their face. Do you hear? The Hebrew is the new German language, brothers, sisters. The clock is ticking and you're going down. The toilet is flashing and you're going down. Wake up, wake up. But they want to sleep. They want to sleep like AI robots. Oh, I'm going. But I'm scared. They call me a traitor. They told me go to Gaza. I'm going to face the Zionists. I'm going. But maybe close the window. Maybe I'll stay home. Just whisper Free Palestine. Don't shout it. Free Palestine. So nobody hears. I want to stay here with my audience from Ireland and from Sweden. I don't want to go out to the scary Zionists that will mock me and laugh about me and ridicule me. And they will say, why do you care about their babies? What's wrong with you? Oh, I'm going to a journey. Where I will take it? Where will it take me? Mommy, I'm scared. Daddy, will you save me? Will I save you from yourselves? I don't know. Who's gonna save who? So that was an impro, but it could turn into some song. Alon likes to do it, and he just starts singing about that, and it could be a beginning of something.
Maybe this will be one of my roles in the film to say, Elik, please sing a song about this.
Maybe all the film will be that we go out and I try, and the end Alon is like, fuck it, free Palestine! And then everyone.
Which is what happened in the live stream that we did from the center of Tel Aviv. In the end, I just shouted.
Yeah, no music, no, just shout in the middle of
I just shouted, stop the genocide and free Palestine, and a lot of Zionists did not take kindly to that.
Yeah. It's also something I want to do, you know.
Yes.
Just shout. I have it sometimes, but I keep it from within. But
so this was a prime example of the kind of things that Elik can do with his music, and every time Elik uses his music to say something, to say anything, I feel that it is being said in a much better way than any other medium.
Yeah, and it's also like, I don't know, it's weird situation, you know. I'm talking now in English to audience from other, but the movie I want to talk to people, and I don't know. Part of it is because I feel that since I started like talking about the subjects, I didn't engage enough with people. Like I did engage quite a lot in the overall, but like I feel I didn't do this, you know. I have this, you know, maybe it's just kind of too mythical image of like, you know, the one that goes out of the cave and then have to go back in to try to wake up. And not just to stay and have fun in the outside. So like this act of I'm going and try to wake them up, and it's not that I think that this is what gonna change the situation in Palestine, you know, like they're not gonna say, oh, I didn't know anything, and now Elik came and just explained to me with his music, and now everything seems right, and let's give land back and give equal rights and start better from the beginning. But it's not what's going to happen.
Yes.
So, but maybe for some people it will be the first time that they think that maybe there is an option that is not about who dominates who, and it's just people, you know, sharing and living together.
Yes.
Maybe it's not so far-fetched.
So I want to read a comment that has been left quite a long time ago in the chat, but I want to read it, and I want to hear your thoughts about it.
Okay.
So again, someone else said, I think if you want to do this for the right cause with good intentions, you could take donations now, and once it goes big and you start making good money, you'll give back. I think that's the best way. What are your thoughts about this comment?
I agree with it. I just don't know, like every time, like I'm thinking, let's say if I grow big now because I'm broke, you know, I can donate a little bit, for example, to people in Gaza and stuff. But if I will make something, I can do fundraisers, I can, you know, I can do concerts that all the money goes to. Like now I have no ability, but in order to, like, I feel I need to get this movement going. But but I also think that I'm looking at the activity itself as giving back, you know, like it's not that I'm saving money. Like it's both. It's also that you know the activism. Like I remember then when we talked with Muhammad first time, and we asked him what is the right thing to do from his point of view, and he said just never stop fighting injustice. And so this is a way of fighting injustice. So
I want to say something about how you can help. Okay, so of course, going to the Kickstarter and giving a little bit is helpful, but also you can help by just spreading the word. You can share the link to this live stream. You can share links to Elik's other announcements about this project. You can think about whether you know a person who supports the freedom of Palestine and has, some money that they can give to this project, whatever you can.
Or film like funds of, I don't know how.
Yeah, maybe there are like organizations that might be suitable for this. Maybe you have ideas for what can be done during like the journey. Like if you have some thoughts about what Elik can do that will be part of this journey. If you have any helpful thought, you can write it down in the comments. There are a lot of ways to help each other in this movement, okay? And I think solidarity is about us helping each other, doing the things that we can to support this movement and to progress this movement. I think it can come in many shapes and different ways. So Janet is saying journal every day. So this brings me to a suggestion, okay, that I gave Elik. I thought of a thing that I could do to help, and the idea was that we can do something like this every, let's say, week or every 2 weeks or whatever. We do a live stream where we have a conversation, and Elik tells us about his experiences from this week. In the journey, okay? We can do it here. We can do it on a Zoom call. We can do whatever, but we can do like an accompanying document that's way longer, which is like conversations during the production of the film, during the journey that Elik is going on, where he tells about the experiences. Because of course, a film that is maybe an hour or an hour and a half long cannot contain everything that happened, only like a few flashes from what is happening. So if we document the more like minute details of this journey, I think it can be very helpful. So this might be something that will also happen during the production of this film.
Yeah, and I hope that like I will have also during the production material already to show parts and to show.
Yes.
And also I wanted to say that for me this film is it's called Kickstarter because I wanted to give me the kick to start. Maybe that I continue to live this way after the movie, because
you can like test this way of living, like a troubadour, like a traveling activist, musician, revolutionary, anarchist, whatever.
I'm kind of fell in love with the idea of living like this for a while. I don't know if forever. I also like to settle down and have a studio with many instruments, but this traveling that is like kind of agent of anarchy and freedom and resistance and it's also kind of life that is maybe a bit outside this capitalistic game of like, I don't dream about it as a business that I make money, but something that just sustains itself and keeps rolling, by people inviting me for a while. I perform, I go, and I and then live without an attachment too much to like property and specific location and boundary. Like it's something that maybe it's very romantic. Maybe I will do it for a while and I'll get tired.
But maybe being romantic is also a property that you should, develop yourself. Maybe it's a good thing to be romantic sometimes. So Claire is saying, we'll get some gigs in Ireland, no problem. And I think that this is another idea. That so the original idea of this journey is that it is a journey in occupied Palestine, inside the Zionist cult, Zionist society. But maybe part 2 of this film can be a journey through other places in the world, maybe Europe, maybe Asia, maybe the US, maybe, I don't know. But where you do like a tour of different concerts and protests outside of Palestine, because we talk a lot about how the problems here in Palestine are a reflection and a symptom of much wider problems within all of our society on Earth. We cannot free Palestine without freeing the entire planet. This is, I think, just a recognition of how the system works. The system is a worldwide system, and Palestine is just one system, one symptom of this system, a very, very severe symptom of the illness, the worldwide illness. But the illness is worldwide. So this journey can continue outside of Palestine as well. It can have different phases in different
Another
places.
way that I think about it, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a goodbye journey, because sometimes I'm thinking, I'm talking a lot about, or goodbye for a while, but, I don't know. I have feeling that maybe I'll find myself outside, and then, like, I want to, but, because I don't know, I have mixed feeling to, sometimes I feel, when we talk about it, that I think growing up as an Israeli and then understanding what being an Israeli is about, you kind of have a weird feeling toward your...
Yes, great ambivalence towards our society.
Yeah, and so it's always, do I want to stay here? But on the other hand, if I think about it from my ideological point of view, I'm the one that needs to stay, and they, like the Zionists, are the ones who cannot live equally with the people.
Before Zionists say go to Gaza, they sometimes say go to Berlin.
Yeah, right.
Go to Berlin, because this is what they want. They want us to leave. Yeah. They want the good ones to leave, and they want the bad ones to stay.
Right, and they see us as enemies from within, and don't feel they have more connection to the land than me. Like, I was born here just as much as they did. They just believe in something that makes them, I don't know, that corrupts their soul or whatever. I don't know.
Frank, for years, asked a few minutes ago a question, and you are insisting that we answer this question. This question is irrelevant, I think, to the project, but because you keep insisting, I will answer briefly. The question is, I will read the question. Okay. Okay. I'm a friend of hope and love. Can I ask a horrible sounding question? Do all Jews look down upon non-Jews? And my quick answer is, many Jews, unfortunately, look down upon non-Jews. They are inflicted with the illness of Jewish exceptionalism or Jewish supremacy. But these two people who were branded as Jews when we were born, we make the best effort that we can to not look down at anyone else, and specifically at non-Jews. I hope this is a satisfactory answer, and now we can continue with the
There's many to say about that, but maybe we don't get into it too much now.
Okay. I wanted to say something about the subject that you were talking about, whether it's good to stay in occupied Palestine or to leave occupied Palestine, in your position in the system, in the hierarchical system of Zionism. And I think that at the very least, if you are here, then the justification for being here should be that you are fighting this system from inside the most, extreme area of control. Okay, and I think that this journey is one of the best ways that I can imagine to justify your presence in occupied Palestine as someone in your position. I think that using your privilege to resist the system is a productive thing to do.
Yeah. We're talking about this all the time. And there's many ways to do it. Like some people, like I want to, there's many ways, things that you can only do from here. And there are things that you can only do not from here.
Yeah.
And it's also a personal question, you know, like sometimes I think, let's say that I will get to the correct answer that it's better to be outside. It's not that tomorrow you make the change. Like we're talking about people's life, you know, like I have my parents here and everyone I know, and I have many things that it's just not that easy we don't act this way. But I think about it a lot, what is more moral or more responsible to do. I don't know, like when I think about it in more cold way, and it's like, okay, the change gonna come from outside pressure, like BDS, stuff like this. This is, I believe, more going to stop it than the struggle that we do from within. But I don't know, maybe what we're doing now is also joining the struggle from outside. You know, there's...
I think that when you want to resist a system that is so powerful, the best way to do it is from all possible directions and in all possible ways and angles.
Yeah.
This is the way I think about the struggle for liberation of non-human animals, that we need to use every single tool at our disposal to do it. And everyone has different tools. Every single individual is in a different position to resist this system if they so choose. And I think that as long as each one of us thinks honestly and sincerely and seriously about our tools and about our position and how to and what is the best way to use our tools and our position within the society to resist the oppression, I think that's the way to advance the revolution. And I think that your situation and your tools are expressed very, very well in this journey that you want to start. This is why I think it's an important thing for you to do.
That's why it's good to have Alon. He always reminds me why I shouldn't surrender to the inner doubts and guilt feelings and all that.
So maybe the sequence of interviews can be like a therapy session. Like encouragement and ideas for what to do and how to continue doing it in the best way possible.
Because we don't really know if we're at any point in time, if we're really doing the right thing. We feel that we're compelled to do something in the face of like horrific reality, and we don't know if what we're doing, and then you think, I don't know, I'll do this, you know, this is what I know how to do this. And you know, that's, I think most of people, if they're honest, this is what they're doing, right? It's not like a lot of people criticize others, and I also criticize others, but it's not that I know exactly how to beat the system, what is the action, how it's going to look like when the system is going to stop working. I don't know.
Yes. We can only do our own, small role in this. So we're going on for almost an hour now. So what I suggest, so I will paste the link to the Kickstarter project once more in the chat, so that anyone who wants to contribute can do it. But I suggest that we finish with another musical number. What do you say, Elik?
Okay.
You do what you do best, and you do the thing that you will be doing in your journey the most. So please, do you want me to suggest a direction for the song, or do you want to just...
should I do an existing song or improvise now?
I think you should improvise and talk about you describe the journey to us in song, your vision to us in song.
I wake up in the morning, every day I look at the phone. I hear another house is being blown. Oh, why to get out of my bed? I wish I was dead instead. How can I do something meaningful? Every time I wake up in the morning, I pick up the phone. I see them being torn to pieces. What will I do? They're killing my friends. I'm going insane. And it's my friends that doing this. It's my people, my society. I can choose to be somebody. I can choose to be something. I can choose to do something. I can choose not to let my spirit die. I can choose not to let my spirit die. I have my weapon, it has 4 strings. I have my weapon, it has 4 strings. It doesn't kill, it doesn't burn, but maybe it can change and rewire your brain. Oh, when I go to the park and say, hey, Jewish brother, why will you listen to me? It's not the time to kill another. Will I be a hero, or I will sink? Do I have what it takes? Do you have what it takes? I don't know if I have what it takes. I don't know. Every day I wake up in the morning. I have to decide if I live or die. Every day I wake up in the morning. I need to decide not to let my spirit die. Every time you wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth and you look at the mirror, you have to decide if you don't let your spirit die. nice. I feel like I'm doing sketches because each time there is some good sentences.
Yes. I feel like your music is just an ongoing process, and this is what's so special about your music, that it's an ongoing process. It keeps growing and developing and changing with you, growing and developing and changing.
Yeah, but some things are already fixed songs, but also the fixed songs, I never write all the verses, and they're always, every concert there's suddenly a new verse or something that I didn't plan, because it's a process.
Yes. Okay, so I think this is a good place to start wrapping up this first live stream about the new Kickstarter project, Elik versus the collective temporary name.
Maybe it will be then. I don't know. Maybe we can do one time. I will invite the other creator of the film, because actually he's the main creator of the movie. Or it's cooperation. I don't know. But maybe we need to talk to him as well.
Yes,
at some point.
Yes, definitely. You should meet Sivan, and maybe we can also interview Sivan to the Living the Cult series if he so wishes. We will see about that. Elik, any final remarks before we wrap this up?
I don't know. Thank you for helping me each time to do this. And thank you for people who support us along the way. I already see some names that I identify. I just don't know. But when you say anti-Zionism, do you mean the dismantle of Israel as a state? Yes.
Definitely, it is part of it.
It's part of it. And make it a democracy for everyone.
Yes.
It's a valid question. That's what it means. To me, I don't know. I thought it was a simple question, what Zionism is. It means the idea of Jewish state in Palestine, and people who are against this are anti-Zionist, but I guess it's not so clear to many people. But final remarks. Yeah, so I want to do this journey, that part of it through music. Maybe people will give up the idea of that they need to have Jewish state, and then maybe give up the idea that they need states at all.
Yes.
That's part of the goal. So thank you for, if you like, I need the encouragement is good. Ideas, if you have ideas for this movie is on the making. So what kind of scenes, now the material, it's me, my songs, my performance, and situations that I will create with it, and then maybe conversations. But you can also share with us, what would you like to see? What kind of scenes would you like to see and be created in reality? And that's will help me to, it's kind of also a exercise in manifesting situations.
Yes,
because we have much more power than what we think in creating situations if we want. So this is also. You have something to wrap it up, an idea, something you think that I missed saying about it?
Yes, I feel that this idea of bringing a vision into reality is very important, and it's a microcosm of what revolution is. We have a vision of a better world. We have a vision of something good happening, something better happening, and we want to manifest it together. And each one of us has their role in it, and we manifest it together. This is what revolution is about to me. And I think that this journey, this project, this film can really express it in a very meaningful way.
Okay, I think we've done something. keep in touch. Contact me in my Instagram page, in my email, if you
Yes.
have
Elik
an ideas.
_Harpaz on Instagram.
And should I put my email too, or if they want to contact me?
Elik Harpaz @gmail.com.
Yeah. If you have any ideas, or if you know people who would be interested to help, so that would be great too. And also, if you want to invite me to perform somewhere,
Yes.
I know in December already, maybe I have something scheduled up in Norway.
Ah, Norway, amazing.
Yeah, with the Elets.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free everyone.